So, hey guys, what's going on? It's TCARP. Hope everybody is doing well. It's good to see everyone again through the YouTubes. Glad to be starting this thing up again. Let's talk about something we haven't talked about in a little bit. Let's talk about prepping. Let's talk about like, are we doing it? Are we still, Trump's been in office for 2 years. We're long past gone the whole Mayan calendar 2012 thing. The economy's doing really good. Like, are we still prepping? Like we're not reading any books. Like, no one's going to the prepper conferences anymore, are they? God, I remember when I first started getting into this back in, I think about 2007, 2008. We were all going to the prepper conferences, and I remember Such. I went to one of Such's prepper conferences, and the Discovery Channel had doomsday preppers and all that, and we were all ready for doomsday. Are we still doing that anymore? If I'm going to be honest with myself, I haven't prepared in the getting a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I haven't done the whole, I've got to get this much ammo, I've got to get this much guns, I've got to get this much food. What I've been doing the last couple of years is preparing mentally. And what I mean by that is preparing, learning and learning what it actually means to be prepared. Because I think back in the era of the doomsday preppers, let's just call it that. Let's call it the Barack Obama doomsday prepper era. I think back then it was, they are going to take our guns, they're going to start a civil war, the economy's going to collapse, and they're just going to come for everything. That is what we prepared for. But starting to think more or less, I still believe an economic collapse is on the horizon. And I know that's really hard to say right now, because it's like, TCARP, everything is going really well. The unemployment's at like 3.6%. TCARP, have you looked at your 401k? It's doing phenomenal, and that it is. But the one thing I do have to say is, we haven't talked about the massive amount of debt that America is still in. And that is a big deal. We're still $20 trillion in debt and still growing deeper. At some point, that's going to come due. And yes, while Trump is doing well, and I'm very excited that he is doing well, he can only do so well for so long, or he's only going to be in office for so long. And do you think that the Democrats are going to just allow him to get another term without absolutely causing as much mayhem as possible? It's something to think about. So my thing is prepare mentally for a economic collapse. But definitely Trump has given us a lot of time, and it's much appreciated. What you want to do also is we get in this habit of getting this, I've got to get this many guns, this much ammo. Don't do that. Really start thinking about, okay, I've got this AR-15, or I've got this shotgun. Let me get enough ammo for it, and then start training or practicing. And then spend money on training and practicing with that firearm. But at the same instance, remember what you're prepping for. Are you prepping for World War III? You might be in your own mind. But at the same time, if the lights go out, per se, how are you going to first feed your family? How are you going to get your family water? How are you going to go to the bathroom? How are you going to set up all those essentials? Once those lights go out in the first 2 to 3 days, you've got to figure out how your family is going to live basically like the pioneers did. So you've got to be mentally prepared for that. And my thing is, you need to have a water filter. You need to have a way of cooking your food without gas, without electricity, without all those nice things. And you've got to have cookware that can be cooked on a fire. Okay? That's my biggest thing is is be able to cook on a fire and have cookware be able to do that. So have cast iron, have stainless steel pots and pans. Be prepared that way. With water, okay, be prepared to boil water. Have a way to boil a lot of water. Get you a $20 cast iron Dutch oven and learn how to boil some water and get that puppy boiling. You know, be able to go out in the woods and stay 2 or 3 nights. Learn how to affect your body temperature with just like a wool blanket and just stuff like that. Guys, I'm telling you that when it does hit the fan, the ones that are more prepared mentally in almost like an outdoors way, they're going to be much more able to survive this thing. It's not all about how much food and water you can store up, because those resources are finite, are minute. What about long-term sustainability? Is can you get food? Can you get water? And I'm not talking about steal it. How can you provide it and how can you create it? So that's what I want you guys to think about. Make sure you're still prepping. Make sure you watch channels that teach you how to affect your survivability or your sustainability for a long period of time. Hopefully I'll be able to put more things up on there that can teach. But for now, this is TCARP signing out.